quite busy emptying some of my skincare, even my makeup. And so I thought today would be a good moment to do my first empties post for the year 2025. And yeah, we have quite a lot to get through. All right, let's start with something from Abib. And these are some of their most popular items, I would say, most sold and most popular, certainly on Olive Young. It's the Abib Collagen Eye Patch Jericho Rose Jelly. I like these a lot. I do think in general eye patches are always they're a little bit gimmicky. They don't really do that much, at least when you're my age. Once you hit 40, no eye patch in the world will stop you from having wrinkles. I do think they're quite nice to just give a little bit of hydration to the under eye area, especially if you want to put on makeup. They feel very refreshing. They're very, very gentle. I would say they're some of my favorite eye patches that I've tried. They're not miraculous, but they're a nice sort of hydrating treat. So I like them. Might repurchase them at some point, but I'm not super pressed. They were fine, but again, eye patches, I never quite know how to feel about them. They don't make that much of a difference, I think. I'm just going to continue with my basket, which means it's maybe a little bit less organized than usual. Usually I go by category. Oh, here's a cleanser. So we can just continue with the cleanser then. This is the Ordinary's Glucoside Foaming Cleanser, which is this one. One of the newer cleansers that they brought out. They sent me this as PR. I think by now I'm not on their PR list anymore, I believe. I like this a lot. It's a very simple cleanser. It is very, very basic. And thus it is kind of... it's a sort of cleanser I could probably find in my German drugstores as well for a fraction of the price. However, if you're from a country where drugstore or in general skincare is very expensive overall, this is an affordable cleanser. I also think it's a universally usable cleanser that should work for pretty much all skin types. Maybe for dry skin, it's not hydrating and moisturizing enough, but it's also not stripping. It does not cleanse off makeup, but what foaming cleanser does anyway. It's very gentle. So personally, I don't think I would repurchase it because again, I have too many other more affordable options. I would probably also always go for the Geek and Gorgeous second step cleanser instead, which is the price point might actually be roughly the same because I think this one has more, I think. There might be more in here. But the Geek and Gorgeous one I find a little bit better at removing base makeup as well because it's got micellar technology. It's not a bad product. I just feel it's not really standing out that much from other base cleansers that I've tried. And then we have a huge toner bottle that I'm so proud that I finished this. It was a bit of a struggle. It's this huge thing from a Japanese brand. It is a bit of a cult classic. It's from the brand Naturie, and it's the Hatomugi skin conditioner, which comes in a 500 milliliter bottle and it's very, very affordable. I think it costs like $7. Probably more expensive now because this has been sitting on my vanity for a while because it really just takes a long time to finish. I like this a lot. I will probably not repurchase it simply because the size is a little bit overwhelming for me. As someone who likes to try a lot of different products. I think if you're the type of person who sticks to one product for a really, really long time, and it's just super happy to have found the one thing, this is great because it's super affordable. For me, large sizes in skincare actually tend to give me a bit of anxiety because the nature of my job makes me want to try a lot of different things, basically. This is very, very good if you have oily skin but still need a lot of hydration. I found it very, very hydrating. And I did find it quite gentle. I think from what I remember, it contains a tiny bit of alcohol, but I didn't find it stripping. And it contains Jobst tears extract, which is used a lot in Asian skincare for oilier skin types. It's supposed to reduce sebum, and it's also meant to help just balance out oily skin and reduce the oil production. It can also help refine pores and supposedly also brighten the skin. This did have a bit of a brightening effect on my skin, though not overwhelmingly so. It is a lovely, hydrating, basic toner. It's not enough for dry skin, but it works very well for normal skin, acne-prone skin, and combo skin as well. And I have more toners. Another large size, but with this one I didn't mind it so much because I love this toner so much. And it's this one, which I have shown on my channel multiple times. I really enjoyed this so much. This is the Numbuzin #1 Pure Full Calming Herb Toner, which was one of my favorite toners of the previous years. I consistently used this. I always enjoyed using it. This is one I do consider repurchasing, even though I have a lot of other toners that I'm trying out at the moment. But it is just, to me, the best redness combating and soothing toner. It contains Heartleaf and Centella asiatica. It's not super hydrating, so again, not for dry skin. You can use it if you want it for soothing. Just don't expect a high level of hydration or moisture from it. For normal skin, for combo skin, oily skin, this is pretty much enough because it does have hydrating ingredients in it and it's packed full of antioxidants. And again, it's just wonderful for especially problems with redness. Super soothing, calming, very gentle, sensitive skin friendly. To me, this is the better alternative for the Anua Heartleaf toner. To me, much better product. And then we have a toner that I actually have already repurchased and shown the newer bottle here as well, I'm pretty sure. And it's just such a fantastic toner for oily skin. So good. The whole line is fantastic for oily skin and acne prone skin, but also redness prone skin, as long as you can tolerate tea tree, which not everyone can. It is the BRINGGREEN Tea Tree Cica Soothing Toner. The newer bottle that I have is, this one is a little bit like frosted. The other one is more transparent. So it kind of slightly changed up the design, it seems. This I just use so much, especially in summer. It is just, to me, very soothing and very comparable to the Numbuzin toner, although it is a little bit quote unquote more aggressive because of the tea tree when it comes to combating breakouts. So if you're more prone to redness via breakouts, this is the one I would go for. If you're more on the very sensitive side and the redness comes more from sensitivity and reactivity, then I would go for the Numbuzin one. They both have the same sort of watery consistency, and they both are also maybe not super moisturizing, but they are hydrating enough, I find, up to normal skin. For dry skin, this is not that suitable, I would say, because the tea tree can be a bit aggressive, and also because it's just not really giving you the hydration levels that you probably need. If you have teenage skin or you are the parent of a teenager with acne problems, this is also a fantastic one. Also because it is quite affordable. You can always find sets together with the cream, which is also fantastic. I just talked about it in my 2024 favorites video. And they are large sizes as well. So yeah, this one remains a favorite. I've already repurchased it and I use the new bottle quite a lot as well at the moment because I am a little bit hormonal, so it works quite well. And on to a toner pad, which I also have already repurchased because I super love it. Much superior to the regular toner from this brand. I would always advise you to get the toner pads and not the regular toner, and it's the Anua Heartleaf 77 Clear Pad. The best exfoliating pads and sort of skin smoothing pad that I've tried so far. Truly, truly love it. It contains a little bit of PHA, gluconolactone, and I do feel that it really does a great job just removing dead skin cells, and it is very, very gentle. It does contain Heartleaf, but it is still a little bit of a different formula to the toner. So this is not just a toner pad soaked in the regular toner, because the regular toner does not contain the gluconolactone. This, to me, does a much better job of soothing, calming, and especially having that extra very gentle exfoliating effect on the skin. These are really, really good and highly underrated because people usually only talk about the regular toner. These ones I really like and feel that Anua did a very good job with them. And then I have a shampoo that I finished, and it was probably the best scalp shampoo that I've tried. I will very likely repurchase this because I have not found anything comparable to this one. It is from Rio, and it's the Root Gen for Women Root Volumizing Hair Loss Care Shampoo. I don't really have trouble with hair loss anymore. I did in 22. When did I have COVID? 22 or 21? I think 22. I don't remember. Time has no meaning anymore since the pandemic, let's be real. And I did start to have scalp problems, and also my hair did fall out quite a bit after COVID. The hair loss is not a problem anymore as such, but I still do have an overly sensitive scalp that often gets kind of itchy and not really flaky, kind of just overall inflamed and sensitive. So I have really been trying to find a good shampoo. I've tried a couple of more gentle ones, but that actually doesn't really work for my scalp. I do need something that is a little bit scaling and a little bit just overall refreshing, I find. This one really does a fantastic job. It does contain a couple of essential oils. It has a pretty strong sort of menthol type smell, so you have to like that sort of scent. But for me, I was surprised that it worked so well. And what it really does is it makes me feel like my scalp really gets a good clean. That feeling that I sometimes had with other more on the sort of baby shampoo, super hypersensitive side, very, very gentle surfactants. Honestly, very often I had a feeling as if they just don't clean that well. I don't know, maybe it's just psychosomatic, but often my scalp just kind of felt a little bit icky, even right after cleaning. With this, I always feel that I got a really nice cleanse, and it always does feel as if it's just super clean and fresh. It has a very refreshing feeling, and it doesn't irritate my scalp at all. So to me, this is truly the best shampoo that I've tried in a long time. I would always repurchase this. All right, and now I have a couple of serums. Number one, an oldie but goodie. This is the COSRX Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence. I don't remember. I feel I even maybe purchased this, maybe at TK Maxx, because they have a lot of COSRX here at my TK Maxx. I liked it, but I also noticed that I think I'm getting kind of too old for this. It is just a very basic hydrating serum, and I feel maybe at my advanced age, I now need serums that can do a little bit more than hydrating. I still have a couple of pure hydrating serums, but I tend to kind of mix them with other things. I don't know. This one I feel is more of a younger product. I think it works best for younger skin. The texture kind of started to annoy me, which it never did before, but it does just kind of tend to sit on the skin and it takes a while to sink in. I don't know. It's very simple. It is nice and hydrating and plumping, but maybe I've outgrown it a little bit at this point. I don't know. I will not for now repurchase this, but I still do like it For young skin, it's a really great basic product that works for most skin types, unless you have sensitivities to Snail Mucin, which some people have, and then they get very angry at influencers saying it's a good product. We can't know what you are sensitive to. That is up to you. Some people don't tolerate Snail Mucin well. Try it out, maybe on the back of your hand, and see if you react to it. As long as you don't have a reaction to it, I feel it is a really good, affordable base hydrating and plumping serum. And then we have another COSRX serum, which is very popular in Korea, much more popular than the Snail Mucin Essence, which is not that well known in Korea. This is the COSRX Propolis Light Ampoule. I don't know about this product, to be honest. It was okay. It's not the best Propolis ampoule I've ever tried. I do think the Dr.G one is much better. It was all right. I wasn't blown away given how popular this is. I didn't find it particularly nourishing. It was a very simple hydration level. Usually with a Propolis product and a high quality Propolis product, I expect it to have a certain moisturizing and nourishing property, which this did not have. It is the light ampoule, so it was light. So maybe I'm complaining about something that I should have known beforehand. What I also didn't really get from this is the soothing that I usually get from Propolis products. I don't know, it just felt like a regular, mostly hyaluronic acid based serum. I was a bit disappointed. It wasn't bad, but not good enough for me to really want to repurchase it. I have another bottle actually, because this was a 1+1, so maybe I'll change my mind with the next one. I don't know. I just don't grab it that often. More serums. Which one is this? I know which one this is. This was also a PR sample that I did review on the channel. It is the Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. So this is the new reformulated hyaluronic acid serum from the Ordinary. I like this a lot. I think if you are looking for a basic hyaluronic acid serum, this is a good choice. It doesn't do much more than hydrate, but I do find the texture very, very pleasant. I find it quite a bit more refined than the original version, and it's not as sticky anymore. It still has a certain stickiness, but not too much. Watch my full review if you want the full differences and all of that, and see a shot of the texture as well. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot actually. And then another serum that I super love, have already repurchased multiple times, will continue to use this, have raved about it in my favorite serums of 2024 video, and it's Geek and Gorgeous's Power Peptides serum. Not much to say about this because I've already said everything about it in my review in my last video as well. This to me is such a wonderful, milky, hydrating, a little bit nourishing as well serum that really is just perfect for anyone who wants a budget, smart aging serum. So well formulated, especially for the price point. Geek and Gorgeous just really did a wonderful job. This contains a mix of peptide complexes, among them copper peptide. Usually copper peptide serums are so expensive. This one has a very affordable price point, and it is very sensitive skin friendly as well. Just so good. This is from Numbuzin. I have spoken about the serum before. It is the number 5 plus vitamin concentrated serum with glutathione. Very, very popular in Korea. Very hyped in the West as well. Did not work for me. I really struggled to finish this. And I don't think it lived up to its promises. I didn't see any improvement in my brightening or hyperpigmentation. The only thing where I really enjoyed using it is as a makeup prep, because it has a bit of, I don't know if it's mica or if it's just generally sort of a little bit glittery and glowy, but it does give a nice glowy effect on the skin as a makeup base, it works very, very well. So that I liked about it, not enough that I would repurchase it. And it just didn't live up to the promises of helping with hyperpigmentation. It didn't even really brighten that much. As I said, it's more of a cosmetic short-term effect. When you put it on, your skin glows because it has like little, I think it's glitter. I don't know if it's glitter or just the texture in general, but it does kind of create a sheen that is very pretty, but it doesn't, it's just a superficial effect, for which I wouldn't repurchase it because other products do this as well. So yeah, this one of the products where I don't quite understand the hype. It just didn't work for me. And then we have a moisturizer that is, it looks very battered. I've had it for a while, so yeah, this one looks a bit dirty. I have to be careful how I show it. As far away from the camera as possible. This is the very famous Dr.G Red Blemish Clear Soothing Cream. Dr.G, in case you haven't heard it yet, has just been sold to L'Oreal. So I don't know what's gonna happen to this iconic Korean brand. I feel a little bit icky about it being sold to them. From my experience, L'Oreal buying up smaller brands tends to kind of ruin them a little bit and ruin kind of their uniqueness. They tend to kind of same all of the brands in their brand portfolio. This happened to Urban Decay, for instance. I find they really lost the things that made them interesting. But yeah, we will see. We will see. But yeah, this is a classic when it comes to soothing problems with redness. It works very well at combating redness. It has a beautiful gel texture that still feels very, very moisturizing. I have to say, I don't think I would repurchase it. I don't think it is my favorite as such. I feel it doesn't sink in as nicely as some of the other gel creams I've tried from Korean brands. It does always leave a bit of a film. Don't know, maybe that's just me, but it's something I started to notice when I was kind of struggling to finish this. So I actually wouldn't repurchase it, but I do think overall it is a very gentle, soothing, basic cream that works as well, I would say, for all genders. It is usually advertised for men more than women. It's a good one, I think, as well for younger skin. But yeah, I do feel there's something about the texture that always made it not 100% sink in. That would be the one thing that kind of puts me off repurchasing it. And then I have a sunscreen with this one from Anua, another Anua product. It's the Heartleaf Silky Moisture Sun Cream, which I liked a lot. It really was one of my favorite sunscreens of the past 2 years due to the texture predominantly. This also has the newer Kolma Korea formula, so it is purely chemical and doesn't have that slight gray cast anymore that the first version of the formula had. The Beauty of Chosun one, Birch sunscreen from Round Lab. This one to me feels a little bit more refined and it feels a bit less rich, which works better for me. This one feels more fluid-like and thus I just tolerated it better. This is alcohol-free, fragrance-free. It is a very simple moisturizing formula that I really just very much enjoyed. It's one of those other Anua products where I just feel Anua, not all products work, but the ones that do really are very good, which is why I sometimes find it a bit weird when people now go towards the other end of the spectrum after hyping up Anua. Now everyone suddenly hates Anua. This is a fantastic product. It's a very, very good sunscreen. And then we have a makeup product, which is kind of exciting. You don't empty those that often. And it's a powder, and it is probably my favorite finishing powder I've ever tried. I think this one is better than the hyped Laneige one. And it's also cheaper, so more affordable. It is from BANILA Co. And it's the Primer Finish Powder. This really is such a great base finishing powder. It is very, very finely milled. It is, from what I remember, it is talcum free. I'm pretty sure, because I was looking for a talcum free one and ended up with this one when I researched. It's been very popular in Korea as well over the last years, and it just does a very fine job of blurring and mattifying the face without looking too ghost-like. It doesn't have that strong white cast that sometimes these types of finishing powders I find have. It really just blurs out shiny areas without disturbing your makeup. I really enjoyed this one so much. It also lasts quite well. Once you put it on, you don't have to constantly reapply powder. It is similar to the Laneige one, I find, in quality, but again, much cheaper. It doesn't have the fancy packaging though. This is probably why you pay like 20 bucks more for the Laneige one. But if you want something more affordable, this one, highly recommended. I'll likely repurchase it, I think. And then I also have a body care product that I finished, and it also looks pretty grimy, so don't judge. It was in my shower. And it took me a while to use it up as well, so it got a little bit icky. This is from a Korean brand as well. It's P-L-U. It's their Perfumed Body Scrub. Botanical berry. I didn't like it that much, to be honest. It was a bit painful to use up. Maybe that's my fault, because the perfume part I kind of didn't pick up on. I mostly focused on the berry part and I thought it would smell really nicely of berries, which I like. I like gourmand scents and I like sort of fruity scents. I like the smell of cake and pineapple and berries and all that. But this one really just smelled very flowery. This is something that I feel most of the Korean body care that I've tried, I've had a problem with, or I didn't like them that much. Same with the shower gels and body creams that are perfumed. Usually the scents, no matter what they're called, if they're called musk or wood or sandalwood or berry or vanilla, they always kind of end up smelling flowery. And floral scents are the only scents I don't like, especially if it's very strong floral perfume. It's just not for me. It's just not what I like to use or smell. So I've kind of started to think maybe Korean tastes are not my taste in terms of perfume and body care. So yeah, this one definitely wouldn't repurchase it. It was quite pricey as well. It was one of those times where I went, you know what, I'm just going to splurge on something a little bit luxurious. And the texture I also didn't like that much. It did make the skin quite nice and soft, but not enough to repurchase. I would say this one was a bit of a dud. I feel the weather changed about 5 times while I recorded this. The sun is getting in and out of my window, so the lighting might be a bit uneven. But that was my first Empties video of 2025. I've got more Empties, but I thought it would get too much, so expect another one probably in a few weeks. I don't know, I've been emptying a lot of stuff. It's quite freeing. But I also have a new order from Olive Young on the way, so the cycle never ends. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you tried some of these products and have a similar or maybe also a different opinion on them. Let me know in the comments. Also, I would love for you to thumb up this video if it was helpful, if you want to support this small channel. I also would, of course, love for you to stick around as a subscriber. I usually do a video every other week, sometimes every week. We'll see how it goes this year. I have so many ideas for videos, so I always feel I should go back to a weekly schedule, but we'll see. And yeah, next time I will see you probably with the first sort of impression video of skincare I've used in the past weeks that I feel have been really good. So look forward to that, and I see you again in the next video. Until then, please take care. Bye.